In this video I am talking about this Colbor CL100 bicolor 100 watt COB LED budget light, budget studio light. My name is Pav, and on this channel I talk about all things photography and video, cameras, lenses, light, tutorials, reviews and more. If this is something that you are interested in, then please consider subscribing. I know it's not exactly exciting as lens or camera reviews, but if you like it or not and you are into any aspect of photography or filmmaking, you should care about the lighting. In some cases the lighting can transform the shot, especially when it comes to video, in my opinion. There's a lot of different lights available out there, and even for me it is very daunting when it comes to choosing one. So hopefully this review is exactly what you need if you are looking for a budget-friendly LED studio light. I have been using these very old school twirly bulb daylight balance lights for pretty much all of my filmmaking and photography for several years now. Apart from video, I also shoot a lot of lifestyle food photography, and these continuous lights worked for me very well. But the time has come when I wanted and needed more control over the brightness and the temperature of the lights, but also I wanted something much more versatile than my old lights overall. When I was approached by Colbor asking me if I'd like to try and test one of their new lights, this CL100, I couldn't say no, not only because I was actually looking for a new light, but also to try to make the light choosing process easier for you from perspective of someone who has literally zero experience of LED studio lights. I have to mention that even though Colbor have supplied me with this light, I was not asked or paid to say anything specific about it, so this is my honest and 100% unbiased opinion about this light. Before I go into the details about it, I must let you know the price. This is very affordable light that costs only $200. On paper, it looks very good when comparing its spec-wise to some lights that cost 5-6 times more. So what do you get here? Firstly, you get this really nice carrying case. Once everything is packed into it, the whole package has got a very small footprint. Important if you have to take it with you anywhere, together with cameras, lenses, batteries, sliders, gimbals and more. It all adds up to the overall size of the kit that you have to carry. The case is not only small, but also, it is very good looking. Inside you get obviously the light, the light reflector thing, I think it's called Beauty Dish remote controller, and a very long power lead with a power bank. The light is really neat looking, well designed and looking like it is high quality. It is. All plastic, making it also very light, only 1.1 kilogram. Again, very important when you add it to the overall weight of all of your kit when you have to move it around. It is a bicolor light, so you can change the light temperature with it. It goes from super warm yellow 2700 Kelvin all the way to ice cold 6500 Kelvin. Useful when you need to tweak that light color when shooting under mixed lighting conditions or to match other light sources. Another confusing thing about the LED lights is actually the power output. I never know if 60 watt would be enough. What is 60 watt in brightness? Do I need to go all the way to the most powerful available light just to light my subject? This is 100 watt, and I can tell you that it is insanely bright, retina burning bright even at the smallest settings. Certainly bright enough to light a person or even a whole room if used creatively. For those of you who are geeky enough to care, this produces 9,900 lux of light at 1 meter distance from it. You do have very simple intuitive controls on the back of the light. On and off switch, which doesn't really have to be explained. Modes for effects, which any filmmaker might need once in their filming career, or maybe even never, but you get standard effects that you get with most of LED lights out there now. There's also a turbo boost mode. When activated, increases the power output from 100 watt to 120 watt for 60 seconds. Kind of brilliant if you are doing slow-mo and need to increase the light power when increasing the shutter speed with higher frame rates. temporarily. But the light certainly goes brighter from any setting to 100%, but from 100%, the 20% difference is so small that it is barely visible, if at all. In the words of Marty DiBergi in the Spinal Tap movie, you make your 90% your 10 and 100% your 11. So when activating your boost, the light will always go a little brighter when needed. Spinal Tap, great movie, check it out. The middle knob controls the brightness, color temperature and parameters of all other settings. Group button for adding the lights to groups for multi-light control, and the very important fan control button. All LED lights get hot and need some kind of system for cooling it down, especially when running it at full power. The biggest issue with fans in the budget lights is that they are loud, and that's not a good thing when you are recording audio. You pay premium for lights from Aputure to have completely silent operation, but I have seen a lot of reviews of budget-friendly lights that are just too noisy to be taken seriously. This actually works well. Very well, in fact. There are two fan modes, the default Smart and Quiet. Smart activates the fan now and then at minimum speed to keep cooling the light constantly. It makes a tiny bit of very quiet rattling noise when the fan kicks in, but in all seriousness, my Rode NTG 4 Plus, this one, never picks it up, even though the light is roughly the same distance from the mic as the mic from me when I am filming my videos. The Smart mode works just the same at all power outputs. Very slight breeze sound now and then, and nothing really loud enough to be a problem. The Quiet mode, on the other hand, is not so quiet. Quiet mode means that the fan is on at constant speed, but not at the full capacity. Quieter than it could be. I have managed to run this light constantly at full power on 5-6 hour shoots without any problems and without even noticing the fan working in Smart mode. Very impressive. As this is a brand new product and I have a pre-release version of it, the smartphone app is not available yet, but this little remote is. The cool thing is that you can use the remote to switch the light on when the light is off. With the app, you would need to connect the app to the light when the light is already on, switched on. Also, with the remote, you can control all the functions of the light without having to physically go to the light. Very useful when the light is very high on the light stand or you have multiple lights to control from a distance. Nice. One thing to mention when it comes to the remote controller is that you have to connect it to the light via Bluetooth. I have followed the instructions very carefully and it would not connect immediately. I was simply just too impatient. If you follow the instructions and wait 10, maybe 20 seconds, it will connect. I was just expecting it to connect instantly after following the instructions. It doesn't. Now I'd like someone to explain to me these beauty dishes. I get it that it simply magnifies the light to project it forward, but the only way I can see it being used is to point the light with it on at the wall or reflector to bounce it back. The light itself and with the beauty dish is too harsh. Tell me in the comments below how you use or would use the beauty dish. I'm just curious. For me, it is very pointless. Good thing is there is a hole in the mount the foot to attach the umbrella to the light to diffuse the output, but that sometimes is just not enough. I really wanted to try it with a decent sized softbox, so I have bought one. As the CL100 has got standard Bowen mount, there is a lot of choices available. Colbor are telling me that they will have one for sale in the future, but for now I had to go third party. I've chosen a decent one, but budget friendly from Amazon, 90 centimeters wide with double layer of diffusion and honeycomb grid. This certainly transforms this light into something that I can easily use on my day-to-day shoots. In fact, I think I have used this setup on my last 3-4 videos before this one here on my channel. The light it produces is super soft with very soft shadows and certainly bright enough below 50% power to light myself or anything within a couple of meters in front of it. Okay, instead of talking about this, let's change this old light of mine to this so you can actually see how it works in a real situation. Okay, I'm back. and the light obviously is off. Here you go. I'm switching it on. This is about 50% power right in front of me. I can actually reach it with my hand, and this is what it looks like. The large softbox makes it very front heavy, which made me realize that this tightening screw on the bottom for changing and locking up and down angle of the light is made all out of plastic and a little bit tricky to lock tight. I worry that I might break it if I turn it too tight. They really could easily solve the issue by adding more of the locking teeth in between where the connection is. The good thing is that the whole of the mounting fixture is screwed onto the base of CL100, and if it was to break, it could be replaced with the same or something else that would do the job better. You wouldn't have to get a new light for sure. I also had to invest in a heavy duty big C stand to support now front heavy light with the softbox, as the standard light stands were just not big enough and it would just topple over. This is obviously all irrelevant if you go for a smaller softbox than what I got, and hopefully Colbor will be making one to go specifically with this light. Smaller one than this. Colbor is making additional V-Log D-Tab battery plate available to make it possible to power the light on the location without need of the mains power. It would be nice also to see NPF battery plate for those who do not use V-Log batteries, as if you don't actually have one, it will add to the overall cost of the light, as they are not cheap these, when NPF batteries are very easy to find and very budget friendly. Oh, they can be. Conclusion, this is a small and very powerful light that can certainly deliver great results if you shoot photography or video. The smart fan controls is very decent, and in few weeks of using the light, the fan or the fan noise never did cause me any troubles when shooting video, and to be honest, I just never actually hear it. Really fancy carrying case, really thought through design, simple things like the power cable being extra long or the remote controller and battery power options make it all a really good package to go for. Most importantly, the price at the $200 is really making it cheaper than a lot of competition when it comes to 100-watt bicolor LED lights. I really recommend it right now. It is my light of choice for the key light when filming my YouTube videos now, and for all of my photography work when I need high quality reliable light source. And this is it from me. I hope I didn't bore you to death with this video, and if you are still watching, you deserve a medal. Please support the channel by simply liking this video, subscribing if you are not already subscribing, and most importantly, commenting below. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Hang on, don't go yet. I forgot to mention this little light. I have been testing this for a while now. If you notice this in the background of my recent videos as well, this is another studio light that I will be reviewing very soon. So if I didn't bore you enough with this one, with this review of this light yet, I'm gonna do another light review very soon. Don't miss it. See you soon. Thank you for watching. Before I go into the remote controller, which I don't have on me. Where is it? You want power, no, light-wise. Now, I'd like someone to explain to me. Now I'd like to